Connecting polyvinyl chloride, or PVC, conduit to liquid-tight flexible metal conduit, or LFMC conduit is permitted under the National Electrical Code, or NEC, and can allow for non-standard bends in a conduit run. However, it is essential to follow the appropriate code requirements, use listed materials, and ensure proper installation and support. The National Electrical Code Article 352 covers non-metallic conduit systems. The National Electrical Code Article 362 covers metallic conduit systems. To connect PVC to LFMC conduit, follow these steps. Firstly, use the proper transition fitting. Use a listed transition fitting, such as a PVC adapter with a threaded hub for the LFMC conduit. Secondly, mount the transition fitting. Install the transition fitting on the PVC conduit using PVC cement and appropriate support fittings. Thirdly, connect the LFMC conduit. Screw the LFMC conduit into the threaded hub of the transition fitting. Fourthly, secure the LFMC conduit. Use appropriate straps or hangers to support the LFMC conduit securely. Fifthly, make the non-standard bend. Use a bending spring or other approved method to carefully bend the LFMC conduit as needed. Avoid exceeding the maximum allowable bending radius for LFMC conduit. Sixthly, reconnect to PVC conduit. Install another transition fitting on the LFMC conduit and connect it to the PVC conduit using PVC cement. Here are some additional considerations. The total run length of the PVC plus LFMC conduit should not exceed the maximum permissible length for PVC conduit, which is 65 feet for 1/2 inch, or LFMC conduit, which is 20 feet. The number of bends in the LFMC portion should not exceed the allowable bends for LFMC, which is 3 standard bends for 1/2 inch. The LFMC extension should not be exposed or subject to harsh environmental conditions. Consult with the local electrical inspector for any additional requirements or restrictions. This should include the proper working practices for field bending and installing LFMC to meet code and installation standards. When dealing with electrical installations, safety and code compliance are paramount. It's crucial to understand the specific requirements and guidelines outlined by the National Electrical Code, or NEC, and local electrical codes. These regulations ensure that electrical systems are installed and maintained in a manner that minimizes the risk of electrical hazards, such as fires and electric shocks. One common scenario in electrical work involves connecting different types of conduits, such as PVC and LFMC. PVC conduit is a popular choice for many applications due to its durability, resistance to corrosion, and ease of installation. LFMC, on the other hand, offers flexibility and protection for wiring in situations where movement or vibration is present. When connecting PVC to LFMC, it's essential to follow specific procedures and use the appropriate fittings to ensure secure and code-compliant connection. Transition fittings play a crucial role in this process, providing a reliable means of joining the two different types of conduits. These fittings are designed to maintain electrical continuity and protect the wiring from damage. Before starting any electrical work, it's essential to disconnect the power supply to the circuit you'll be working on. This simple step can prevent serious electrical shock and ensure your safety. Double-check that the circuit is de-energized using a voltage tester before proceeding. When working with PVC conduit, it's important to use the correct type of PVC cement to create a strong and durable bond. Follow the manufacturer's instructions carefully and allow the cement to cure completely before applying any stress to the connection. Proper support for conduit runs is essential to prevent sagging, damage, and potential hazard. Use appropriate straps, hangers, and clamps to secure the conduit to walls, ceilings, or other structures. The spacing between supports should comply with the National Electrical Code, or NEC, and local electrical codes. When bending LFMC, it's crucial to use a bending spring or other approved method to avoid kinking or damaging the conduit. Maintain the maximum allowable bending radius to prevent stress on the wiring and ensure proper cable pulling. In addition to following the National Electrical Code, or NEC, and local electrical codes, it's also essential to adhere to manufacturers' instructions for all materials and equipment used in the installation. This includes conduit, fittings, connectors, and support hardware. Electrical work can be dangerous if not performed correctly. If you're not comfortable working with electricity, or if you're unsure about any aspect of the installation, it's best to consult with a licensed electrician. A qualified electrician has the knowledge, skills, and experience to ensure that the work is done safely and in compliance with all applicable codes and regulations. Regularly inspect electrical systems for signs of damage, wear, or deterioration. Replace any damaged or worn components promptly to prevent potential hazards. Pay attention to loose connections, frayed wiring, and corroded fittings. Consider the environmental conditions in which the conduit will be installed. If the conduit will be exposed to harsh weather, corrosive chemicals, or extreme temperatures, choose materials that are designed to withstand these conditions. For example, stainless steel or fiberglass conduit may be a better choice than PVC in certain environments. Ensure that all conduit and fittings are properly grounded to provide a path for fault current in the event of an electrical fault. Proper grounding helps to protect people and equipment from electrical shock and fire hazards. When selecting conduit and fittings, choose products that are listed by a recognized testing laboratory, such as Underwriters Laboratories or all. Listed products have been tested and certified to meet specific safety and performance standards. Be aware of the limitations of each type of conduit and fitting. For example, PVC conduit is not suitable for use in areas where it will be exposed to high temperatures or mechanical stress. LFMC conduit has a limited bending radius and should not be used in applications where it will be subjected to excessive movement or vibration. Consider the size and type of conductors that will be installed in the conduit. Ensure that the conduit is large enough to accommodate the conductors without overcrowding, which can lead to overheating and insulation damage. Follow the National Electrical Code, or NEC, guidelines for conduit fill. When installing conduit in underground applications, take precautions to protect it from damage due to soil movement, rocks, or other debris. Use a layer of sand or gravel to cushion the conduit and prevent abrasion. Support the conduit properly to prevent sagging or displacement. When connecting conduit to electrical boxes or enclosures, use appropriate connectors to ensure a secure and watertight seal. This helps to protect the wiring from moisture, dust, and other contaminants. Consider the aesthetic appearance of the conduit installation. Run the conduit neatly and parallel to walls and ceilings. Use straps and hangers that match the color and finish of the conduit. Conceal the conduit where possible to minimize its visual impact. Document the conduit installation with detailed drawings and specifications. This information can be helpful for future maintenance, repairs, or modifications to the electrical system. Include the location of conduit runs, the type and size of conduit, and the type of fittings used. Use a torque wrench to tighten conduit fittings to the manufacturer's specified torque. Over-tightening can damage the fitting and compromise the seal. Under-tightening can result in loose connections and potential hazards. Periodically inspect conduit installations for signs of damage, wear, or deterioration. Replace any damaged or worn components promptly to prevent potential hazards. Pay attention to loose connections, frayed wiring, and corroded fittings. When making changes to an existing conduit installation, ensure that the changes comply with the National Electrical Code, or NEC, and local electrical codes. Obtain any necessary permits before starting the work. Follow all safety precautions and use appropriate tools and equipment. Consider the potential for future expansion or modifications to the electrical system. Install spare conduit runs or pull boxes to accommodate future wiring needs. This can save time and money in the long run. Label all conduit runs clearly to identify their purpose and destination. This can help to prevent confusion and errors during future maintenance or repairs. Use permanent markers or labels that are resistant to fading or weathering. When installing conduit in hazardous locations, such as areas where flammable gases or vapors are present, use explosion-proof conduit and fittings. These components are designed to contain any internal explosions and prevent them from igniting the surrounding atmosphere. Ensure that all conduit and fittings are properly rated for the hazardous location. When working with conduit in cold weather, take precautions to prevent cracking or shattering. Warm the conduit before cutting or bending it. Use appropriate tools and techniques to minimize stress on the material. When working with conduit in hot weather, take precautions to prevent expansion and contraction. Allow for movement in the conduit run by using expansion fittings or flexible couplings. Avoid over-tightening fittings, which can cause them to crack or leak. Consider the potential for electromagnetic interference, or ME, when installing conduit near sensitive electronic equipment. Use shielded conduit or grounding techniques to minimize EMI. Consult with an electrical engineer or EMI specialist for guidance. When installing conduit in areas where it will be exposed to physical damage, such as vehicle traffic or heavy equipment, protect the conduit with cars or barriers. Use heavy wall conduit or encase the conduit in concrete to provide additional protection. Consider the potential for water damage when installing conduit in areas where it will be exposed to moisture or flooding. Use watertight conduit and fittings to prevent water from entering the conduit system. Slope the conduit runs to allow water to drain out. When connecting conduit to equipment or appliances, use appropriate connectors to ensure a secure and code-compliant connection. Choose connectors that are compatible with the type of conduit and the equipment being connected. Follow the manufacturer's instructions for installation and tightening. Consider the potential for corrosion when installing conduit in areas where it will be exposed to corrosive chemicals or salt water. Use corrosion-resistant conduit and fittings, such as stainless steel or fiberglass. Apply a protective coating to the conduit to prevent corrosion. When working with conduit in confined spaces, take precautions to ensure proper ventilation and prevent exposure to hazardous fumes or dust. Wear appropriate respiratory protection and use a portable ventilation system if necessary. Follow all confined space entry procedures and safety regulations. Consider the potential for theft or vandalism when installing conduit in public areas. Use tamper-resistant conduit and fittings to deter theft or vandalism. Secure the conduit to walls or ceilings with tamper-proof fasteners. Install security cameras or alarms to monitor the conduit installation. When disposing of conduit scraps or waste materials, follow all applicable environmental regulations. Recycle or dispose of the materials properly to prevent pollution and protect the environment. Avoid burning or burying conduit scraps, which can release harmful chemicals into the air and soil. Obtain the necessary permits and approvals before starting any conduit installation work. Contact the local building department or electrical inspector to determine the requirements for your specific project. Follow all permit conditions and inspection procedures to ensure compliance with applicable codes and regulations. Maintain accurate records of all conduit installations, including drawings, specifications, permits, and inspection reports. This information can be helpful for future maintenance, repairs, or modifications to the electrical system. Store the records in a safe and accessible location. Provide training to all personnel who will be working with or maintaining conduit systems. The training should cover safety procedures, installation techniques, code requirements, and troubleshooting tips. Ensure that all personnel are qualified and competent to perform their assigned tasks. Conduct regular audits of conduit installations to identify and correct any deficiencies or safety hazards. The audit should be performed by qualified personnel and should cover all aspects of the conduit system, including materials, installation, grounding, and protection. Document the audit findings and implement corrective actions promptly. Stay up to date on the latest developments in conduit technology and code requirements. Attend industry conferences, read trade publications, and participate in continuing education programs to expand your knowledge and skills. Share your knowledge and expertise with others to promote safety and quality in the electrical industry. By following these guidelines and best practices, you can ensure that conduit installations are safe, reliable, and code compliant. Proper conduit installation is essential for protecting electrical wiring and preventing electrical hazards. It also contributes to the overall efficiency and performance of electrical systems. Remember to always prioritize safety and consult with qualified professionals when needed.